Well, hey everybody, it's Paul. Welcome to the channel. Sitting here with a little glass of eggnog, and I wanted to read you something. Just talking about a winter scene. It's very short, and then we'll talk about it further. As I stand here, taking in the wintry scene before me, I'm struck by the beauty of the snow-covered landscape. The ground is blanketed in a thick layer of white, and the trees are dusted with snow, their branches heavy with the weight of it. In the distance, a snow-capped mountain range looms, its peaks and valleys invisible beneath the blanket of snow. The air is cold and fresh, and the silence of the winter landscape is punctuated only by the crunch of snow underfoot as I walk. The sky is a deep, crisp blue, and the sun is shining brightly, casting a warm glow over the scene. All around me, birds are singing, small animals are darting about, leaving tracks in the snow. I am filled with a sense of peace and wonder as I take in this wintry scene. Now, I have to admit, I didn't write that. In fact, nobody wrote that. A machine wrote it. I went to OpenAI's new chatbot and I asked it to write a first-person description of a snowy scene in the country. And that's what it gave me. If you ask me, that is scary good. I mean, I think we are seeing the dawning of the future in real time. I remember when computers were first coming out and the advances were so quick. It was like bang, 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 you had a 286 machine, then the 386 came out and you had to upgrade because it was so much better, and then the 486, and it was just constantly new apps would come out. Well, they weren't called apps. New software would come out at that point in time, and it would require a stronger computer to run it, kind of like video games. And then video cards came out, and everything had to progress to keep pace with the developments, and it was a time of wonder. It was amazing. And then it seems like, although things kept advancing, it seems like things kind of slowed down. But now with AI, I think we're kind of entering a new realm of advancement, it seems to me. I'm not saying they're going to take over the world anytime soon, but they certainly, what would you say, AI is definitely making advances, and as it grows in power, I think it's going to be like exponential. I remember reading about Google with their AI, and they were training it at first how to play different games like chess, and then before long, it would learn on its own and it could beat the best human chess masters. And it's just amazing. It can work 24 hours a day. It can learn 24 hours a day. It doesn't need sleep, obviously. It doesn't take vacations. So it's wonderful and it's scary all at the same time. It makes you think about, like if you were writing for a living, that's got to be pretty scary in some respects, that this thing can, just instantaneously whip out this scene, this winter scene. Once they are able to like self-teach themselves or learn by themselves, and they get better and better as far as like being able to program, and they'll be writing their own apps or whatever, and routines and software and code or whatever you call it. It's going to be an amazing world. I like to see, I guess it strikes me both. I like to see the wonder in it, but I also, I guess it's from watching the HAL 9000 and 2001 Space Odyssey. The Arthur C. Clarke novel that was brought to life brilliantly by Stanley Kubrick. 2001 Space Odyssey is, everybody knows Hal, the little red and black little thing, a sensor that it sees everything with. I guess it's a cautionary tale of relying too much on computers to do everything, perhaps. But it seems like that's the way of the world. Be it self-driving cars, they about fly all the airplanes, and usually they can do a lot better job because they don't fall asleep on the job like a human. So I mean, it's going to be an amazing future, I suppose, but it's probably going to have some rough spots along the way. But anyways, I thought I'd just show you this real quick. Okay, so you can just go to OpenAI.com and follow the link over to ChatGPT, and this is what it looks like. It gives you some examples of questioning you can ask it. Let me just tell it to give first person description of the joys of lake living. And there it goes. Living on a lake can be a truly wonderful experience. The calming sound of the water, the beautiful scenery, the abundance of outdoor activities are just a few of the joys of lake living. Being able to step outside your door and be surrounded by nature can be incredibly refreshing and peaceful. Whether you enjoy swimming, boating, fishing, or simply soaking up the sun, there's something for everyone to enjoy on a lake. The slower pace of life and the tight-knit community of lake living can also be a major draw for many people. Overall, living on a lake can provide a sense of relaxation and enjoyment that is hard to find in a more urban setting. Is that not just amazing? I just think that is so cool that this thing, this artificial intelligence, right, can take from your question and go back on the data that it's been trained on and come up with an answer that makes a lot of sense. That would be hard for me to beat as far as being able to write something better and more accurate. And this thing hasn't ever experienced, and I've lived here. So, I mean, isn't that incredible? I mean, we are at the future, I think. So, I don't know. So here's my question for you guys, and that is, do you think the future with AI, artificial intelligence, is it going to be more beneficial or is it going to be harmful to us humans? I'm just wondering what your opinion is. As always, I appreciate you guys stopping by. Spend a few minutes with the old guy. If you give it a chance, let me know what you think about ChatGPT on OpenAI.com. Until next time, we'll see yous.